and welcome to the 2-Minute Coach, where I'll be sharing tips and strategies and growth tools in 2 minutes that you can apply to a lifetime.
So if you're just going through the motions and just going through the reps and you're doing your 8 to 10, just like YouTube tells you, just like your trader does, but you're not actually going to full fatigue, then you're not going to lead to any process of adaptation. So number one, make sure you work on progressive overload. Number two, you want to take each movement towards neural fatigue. And that also means no reps in reserve. And number three is you've got to be consistent with your big lifts, right? We hear all the time, I get bored easy. That's why I go in and do something different. But you're focusing on the wrong things. You're looking for that external motivation to keep you engaged. Whereas when you start to take a more internal approach of the process, you're getting your little dopamine response by connecting the dots and looking at all the little elements that lead to high levels of performance. And that therefore becomes the addiction. And this is why we call it contagious momentum, because you're focusing on the process, not on the actual thing that you're doing. So I hope that makes sense. So just to summarize those three things: progressive overload, neural fatigue, no reps in reserve, and work to master your foundational, fundamental, primal, big lifts. They're going to be your squats, your deadlifts, your pushes, and your pulls. You can also do your accessory work for the variety. You can also work your mobility and your corrective plan for variety if you need to get a little bit of extra stimulation. But other than that, master the big lifts, get strong, elicit that change and adaptation, and always be looking at progressive overload. So I hope you found that useful. Any questions, you know where to find me.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss future episodes, and would love to get your feedback. So please give us a review on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts so that we can share 2-minute growth tools with the world.